Hello, this is SJ Talks in Life coming back at you with another video. If you're new to my channel, hit the subscribe button, please, and thank you. It was a black man that had went viral. He went viral saying that BBLs stink. And to make a long story short, he said that he was getting ready to get intimate with this woman. And he she took off her clothes and she went to twerking, and he smelled something, a real foul odor coming from her. He told her to go ahead and get in the shower, and then he still was intimate with her. A lot of guys are coming for him and saying, man, you still hit after that? And that's embarrassing as a woman. As a woman, that's really embarrassing to have a man tell you to get in the shower. I know many years ago, when I was sexually active, I always made sure my stuff was tight. I made sure before I would even let a man touch me. That's me. I just, as a woman, that's embarrassing to have a man tell you that you need to go take a shower. It's embarrassing. Women should always make sure that they're fresh, regardless. But they're saying, I did some research on BBLs, and they said that BBLs, out of all the cosmetic procedures, BBLs are the most dangerous to do because your buttocks have a lot of blood vessels in it. And I guess they inject fat from other areas of the body, and they inject it into your buttocks. And if they're not, they got to make sure that they're doing it in the right place, so it doesn't, because sometimes they say it can cause an embolism. It can cause an embolism and go to your heart, and it can kill you. That's why a lot of women, die because of that procedure, because they go to somebody that don't know what they're doing, or a doctor could make a mistake. I would think that women would do their research. Some women go overseas and have it done, which to me, that's more risky if you have it go overseas to have it done, because it's cheaper. But come on now, you can't put a price tag on your health. Women need to start doing their research. If I was going to do something like that, I'd make sure I get the best. I like those guys down on that's on that show. I love that show, Botched. What are they? I can't think of their names right now. See, I can't think of their names right now. I love those guys on Botched. I said, nah, if I ever wanted to have something done, I would get those guys to do it if I had the money. But I ain't got no money anyway. But I wouldn't have no BBL done. I don't need no big booty. I got enough booty back there. I don't need it. But they said that women need to stop getting that done. I just think that women need to stop getting it done, because it's out of all the cosmetic surgeries, it's the most riskiest. But they said that it could cause an odor. You got to make sure you're taking care of yourself during the healing process. And I don't know if it's the stuff they injected, the fat that they're injecting into you or whatever. But they said that has something to do with it. It could cause an odor, or the wound site. I don't know. But they said it could cause an odor. But what my question is that this is what I was questioning. I was questioning these women going out getting these big old booties, these big old BBL, big old. Some women just get carried away with it. Some women they get too carried away, and I think it makes women look fat. I don't know. I think it makes women look fatter. I don't know why would you want a big, humongous butt, that's gonna make you look heavier. I think it makes women look heavier. To me, unless you're like unless you're like small and petite, it don't look right on the small women. It don't look right on women to me. I mean, I don't know if you get it done within reason, but a lot of women get it done and it just doesn't look right. It just doesn't look natural. And a lot of guys, and I did a video talking about that, a lot of guys are saying that they don't like. That last video, I'm going to link it up to this one that I did. I wanted more guys to come into my comments section and let me know how they felt about it, but I didn't get a lot of responses. I didn't get a lot of views on that video. But But a lot of guys were saying that they don't like those BBLs. They want women natural. But society puts so much pressure on women, and I talked about that. Society puts so much pressure on us women. I don't give a, you know what? I don't give a hoot what society says. I don't care what men think, and I don't care what society thinks. Okay? I care about what God thinks, and I care about what I think. I do what makes me feel good for me. If you don't like something on me, if you don't like my bottom, you're whatever. It don't matter what you like. What you see is what you get. I'm not changing my body for nobody, okay? I'm not changing my body to look good for nobody, okay? And I'm certainly not going to go and do a risky cosmetic procedure that could cost me my life just to say I look good. Now, I would like to get a breast reduction and lift, because after I had my 2 sons, okay, my breasts are not the same. And they're I don't like having large breasts. Some women like it. I don't. Okay? I'm one of those women that don't like large breasts. And I have back issues. I'm trying to see if I can get a medical clearance from my doctor. They say that you can get insurance to cover it. I'm going to see if I can get my insurance to cover it, Medicaid or whatever. I'm going to see if I can get it to cover my... If you get a doctor to sign off and say this is what you need, then the insurance will cover a breast reduction. So I actually was thinking about checking into that, because I have back problems. I have back issues. And so it would be more healthier if I could take some of the weight off of my breasts. That might make a difference with my back. So if I get it done, it's going to be for medical reasons. And I like to have some smaller breasts. I don't like having large breasts. After I had my 2 sons, they call it being blessed, but I don't feel very blessed. Big boobs are a pain in the butt. But my boobs were a nice size before I had my kids. Now I hate them. So if I had the money, or if I can get insurance to cover it, yeah, I would definitely get a breast reduction. And I would like to get a nice lift. Yeah. But I consider that unnecessary. To me, it would be better, because that would take some weight off of my back. So for me, it wouldn't just be cosmetic. It would be more, a health issue as well. I wouldn't mind getting a tummy tuck. Anywho, I know I'm getting off the subject, but they say, what my question is that when women get these big old humongous BBLs, these big old booties, do they think about their arm length? I was thinking about that the other day. What about their arm length? You got to think about your arm length. If you get a big old humongous booty, your arm might not be long enough to reach back there and wipe properly. I don't know if these women, that's something to think about. You got to be reasonable. Women got to be reasonable with this. Because if you get a great big old humongous booty and your arms are not long enough to reach back there to wipe properly and to clean properly, that can be a problem. And that could be an issue if a woman is not cleaning herself properly, wiping properly. You got to think about that. If you got a big old BBL, big old booty, you got to think about your arm length. You got to make sure your arms are long enough to reach behind there. And after a bowel movement, making sure you're cleaning, wiping properly. When you're showering, making sure you're getting in there. And some comedian cracked me up. Some comedian was like, I forget, a comedian. I think it was Ricky Smiley. I think it was Ricky Smiley, but don't quote me. Said that you guys got to start opening up your booty cheeks. You got to start opening up your booty cheeks when you're in the shower. When you're in the shower, you need to start opening up your booty. Well, I don't know. Some folks, I mean, maybe it could be an issue to where they're not able to reach back there and make sure they're wiping properly. But they said that actual procedure does have something to do with the odor. That's not good. That's not good. To me, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. If women would do the right exercises, there's a guy that's on Facebook. I seen this white guy on Facebook, and people make fun of him because he's a man and he got a woman booty, but he teaches you how to do glutes to get your glutes up. He's got nice glutes, and he teaches you the right exercises to do when you're in the gym to build up your glutes. If the women would do the right exercises, if you do the right exercises, you can get that same result pretty much that you would get if you was to get a BBL. Matter of fact, you would get a better result because your butt would look more natural. It would look more muscular. Your gluteus maximus, that's the name of it, is one of the biggest muscles in your body. All it is a muscle. Now, if you obviously if you gain weight, it's going to be some fat on there too. If you, depending on what weight you are, it's going to be some fat on there too. But it's also a muscle. Your gluteus is a muscle. So just like you would work your arms or your legs, if you're in the gym, if you want a bigger bottom, you got to work your glutes. A lot of these women are too doggone lazy to get into the gym. You can achieve that look naturally, making sure you're getting the proper protein intake and build up, go to the gym. You're going to have to spend a little time in there and do the proper glute exercises. And there's even glute exercises that you can do at home to build up your glutes. Women can achieve that look naturally. You don't have to get the surgery, but women are too lazy to go to the gym and do the work. They're too lazy to put in the work. But you can do that naturally. It's a guy on YouTube. I can't think of his name. People make fun of him because he's a man and his booty look like a woman, but he's got nice glutes. And he teaches you. I can't think of his name, but he teaches you the proper exercises to do to get your glutes up. YouTube has all kinds of content teaching you how to do glute exercises. You can Google it. So really there's no excuse. It's just laziness. It's laziness. If you want bigger glutes, then work on it. Yes, you're gonna have to spend a little bit of extra time in the gym. You're gonna have to spend a little bit of extra time exercising, but it's worth it, right? If you want to achieve that look. But I think it's too risky. I think it's too risky for women to get this procedure. A lot of women are dying behind it. They're not getting the right people to do it. Some people are paying people off the street, and they're some guy put some Fix-A-Flat in a woman's Fix-A-Flat that you put in a tire, pumped it in a woman's butt, and she died. And they prosecuted him. He was running some kind of back alley place. And why do women do this? It's not worth it. It's getting attracting a man, all that stuff is not worth it. Your health is more important than how your body looks. If you want to achieve that look, get in the gym. And if you do get the BBL, make sure you're washing properly. Make sure you're doing everything the doctor tells you to do during the healing process. And make sure that you are washing your bum properly. Make sure that when you do number 2, that you're wiping properly. You know, I use toilet wipes. And I just keep wiping and wiping until everything's gone. Okay? To be blunt here. To be frank here. I make sure it's done. Okay? I just keep wiping. I like to use the cottonelle ones. The cottonelle ones are good. The cottonelle toilet wipes, and they're flushable. You use those. And it gives you the proper moisture so you can get all up in there and get that out of your bottom, and just keep wiping until it's done, until it's clean. And of course, when you're showering, making sure you're cleaning that area thoroughly. You know, because fecal matter is very um, um, fecal matter has a lot of bacteria in it, so you have to make sure that you're getting yourself clean in that area. And then don't be scared to get all up in that anal area. Get all up in that anal area. And if you got one of those handheld showers, I'm being a little frank here, but if you got one of those handheld, I got one of the handheld ones. And, put it on the thing. They got different settings. And I put it on the thruster thing. And I put it down there, and it get all up in there. And I irrigate it. I give it a little irrigation. Okay? Yeah, I irrigate my stuff. And to make sure that I'm properly clean. So it's just about, and it doesn't matter whether you got a BBL or not. Everybody, including men and women, should be making sure that you're cleaning properly, making sure you're wiping properly front to back when you're going to the bathroom. Use those toilet wipes. The Cottonelle ones are the best. And make sure you get all up. Don't be scared to get all up in that anal cavity. The beginning of it. Make sure you get all up in there and get it out. Okay? Make sure, because I don't like, I don't like all that. I make sure I'm clean, And so women are making sure, you got to make sure when they're getting these things done, and even doesn't matter whether you got a BBL or not, you got to make sure that you're keeping it clean. You got to make sure you're keeping your vagina clean. You got to make sure that you're keeping your bottom clean, And so I might do another video talking about the vagina, but that's what women got to do, especially if you're sexually active. No man should have to tell you to go take a shower. That's just embarrassing as a woman. But hit me up in the comment section if you've seen that video with that guy talking about that BBL stink. Yeah, the manosphere is really, really having a field day on this one. So hit me up in the comment section if you've seen that. I think this guy went viral. What are your thoughts on it? Hit me up in the comment section. Hit that like, subscribe, and share. Until the next video, you guys be blessed.